500, it was Sunday and it was a good race. But at the end of the day, Helio Castroneves, aka Spider-Man, the legend himself, won the Indy 500, Nate. And let me tell you something. This man really is a legend. He is 46 years old, making him the third oldest winner of the Indy 500 in the Indy 500's history. Not only that, Nate, he is a four-time Indy 500 winner, and the only racers who have won four times at the Indy 500 is Al Unser, AJ Foyt, and Rick Mears. So he has joined that club as the only four-time Indy 500 winners. I have a quote from Castroneves, and there's a lot of quotes from him in this, but he said first, and I quote, "I was drawn by the positive energy from everyone. For a long time, these people wanted to see a four-time winner. I say that because they tell me every time we sign the autographs, they are like, I've never seen a four-time winner. I want to see it." That's what probably made me thank all of them because they made this place special. And there was a quote from his former teammate as well, Will Powers. He said, "I was looking up and down. Who is the '06?" Power told Castroneves in a victory hug, and he told him he's a legend. And then there is one more quote from AJ Foyt, and basically almost all this whole thing is quotes. He said in that quote, "He deserved it. He worked hard to get it and finally got it. It wasn't given to him. And when someone works as hard as he did, I'm glad it happened for him." And then Castroneves said, "It means a lot. I've been in the sport for a long time, and I hope I have made friends than actual enemies. And even those who don't like me, I hope they understand that this is a very difficult place to achieve. And that meant we did something very special." And his last Indy 500 win day was in 2009. And he said, "I love Indianapolis. You guys don't understand it. The fans, you give me energy." And you know what's funny, Nate? This is what I find pretty funny. He's only raced two races this year, and he's won both of them. So hey, I mean, going 2 for 2 in 2021, that's pretty good. The last race he raced was the Rolex 24 in January, and he also quoted that too. He said I've run two races this year and won two races. I say that's pretty good. I don't know if this is a good comparison, but Tom Brady won the Super Bowl. Phil Mickelson won golf PGA Championship. So here you go. The older guys are still kicking the younger guys' butts. And I thought this was a very good race, Nate. First of all, let me tell you something. Pit road was an absolute mess that whole race. Pit road was like an absolute mess. Cars were just having difficulties in
It
pit
usually
road.
is.
Yeah, but this was bad. This was like a good. I counted like seven cars having problems in pit roads. You got one crash into the wall. You got another one. They had to actually remove the engine cap. Racers were kind of spun out a little bit, and so they didn't smoothly get into the transition of the pit stop. It was just really a mess, Nate, at pit road. It really was. Um, but at the same time, I looked at this race, and one thing that I really looked at was Alex Palou, who is a very, very young racer. He was ahead on that race for a good 30 plus laps. Like he was the leader for a good 30 plus laps. And at the final two, Castroneves just passed him. At the final two laps, Castroneves passed him and ended up winning the race. And it shows you how good of a veteran he is. You know, he waited, he picked his time, he picked his fight, and then when he finally found an opening, he capitalized and he ended up getting the win. So I got to give him a lot of credit. Um, Paolo came in second. Simon Pagenaud, he came in third, and Pato Award he came in fourth. And I thought the Canelo fight had a lot of people, Nate. The Indy 500 had 135,000 people in attendance. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous for if there was no pandemic. You know, not many places hit 135,000, but to do it while we're still somewhat in a pandemic, obviously everybody's getting vaccinated now and all that type of stuff. But to do it like at this time, that is incredible. That
It's
really is.
crazy too because the Indianapolis Motor Speedway can fit around 500,000 people,
Right.
which that is an absolutely bizarre number too.
Right. But I gotta be honest with you, Nate. Castro Neves, he is a living legend. And he is still a racing legend. To do it four times, win at the Indy 500 four times, that is absolutely amazing. You know, only Al Unser Sr., AJ Foyt, and Rick Mears has done that. And you think of all the racers, all the IndyCar racers who ended up retiring. You know, Mario Andretti. You know, the late great Bobby Unser. Rest in peace to him. You look at all these legends: AJ Foyt, Rick Mears. I mean, you're in a great category. You know, and he's 46 years old. He is a legend, and he hasn't won the the Indy 500 in about 12 years. So I got to give him a lot of credit on that too. But look, man, I'm telling you, this is the veteran season. This is the old man season. You know, we saw Tom Brady win a Super Bowl. We saw like LeBron James win the last NBA championship. We saw Phil Mickelson win the PGA championship. You know, I mean, this is definitely old man season. It really is. So don't count out these veterans because they really still have a lot left in the tank. But obviously, you know, congratulations to Helio Castroneves again, aka Spider Man. You know, he was just playing with these racers, you know, and especially Polo. Polo again was leading for 30 plus laps, and then Helio Castroneves just took that little spider web and went and trapped him real quick. That's all he did. Okay, that's all he had to do for the last two laps. That's all he had to do was keep that lead. So I got to give Helio Castroneves the obviously I got to give him a great congratulations. He definitely deserves this. A four-time Indy 500 winner, has been racing for a very very long time. So with that being said, congratulations to him and his team. And again, I wish him and the other racers the best of luck. As for the other racers who finished in a good position at the Indy 500, congratulations to the racers who didn't finish it. Again, I'm sorry, but it's back to the drawing board. And the IndyCar season is still continuing. I think the next place they got to go to is Detroit. I could be wrong on that, but I think it is Detroit. So with that being said, best of luck to every single racer who raced at the Indy 500, and a special congratulations to Helio Castroneves. You a living legend.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to Helio Castroneves and best of luck to him and all the racers that were in this race. Let me tell you something, Mario. Okay, there's an old saying that I always follow: experience outranks everything. It don't even matter how old you are. And I had a friend try and argue with me that is false. It's not, because you still got these old athletes still doing their thing. Tom Brady, you know, LeBron James, Phil Mickelson, now Helio Castroneves. They all have one thing in common. They're all old. You know what that means? Experience outranks everything. That's just my point. And like you said, you can't count out these veterans because again, they're experienced. They know what they're doing. They've been doing this for many, many years, and they're going to continue to do it for as long as they can. That's just what it is. And it's going to get to a point with all the young athletes that we love and inspire now are going to be at that point too. And who knows how long they're going to go. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it is. As for the Indy 500, again, 135,000 people. That was a lot of people, Mario, especially for in a world that's still a pandemic. That's still in a pandemic. I'm pretty sure that was the biggest event ever since this pandemic started. I could be wrong on that. I think that's what it said.
And not only that, this was actually the fastest race in
Was it?
in a long time for the Indy 500. They broke the record of 187.433 set in 2013.
Ah,
That was that record in 2013, and the average speed for this whole race was 190.690 miles per hour.
which which is fast, but not Talladega fast. But look, nah, you don't want it to be that fast because then you're gonna end up having supercar crashes like they do at Talladega. But anyway, going back to the race itself, yeah, it was a pretty good race. I didn't really watch a lot of it because I was switching through that and the Boston Celtics game that night. So I really didn't see a lot of it. But you did mention how pit road was a
Polo,
bit
Alex
messy. I
Polo.
didn't. Yeah, I didn't see that part, but I did see some parts of the race, and it was a pretty good race, Mario. Just as you would expect from the Indianapolis 500. So, with that being said, best of luck. Congratulations to Helio Castroneves. Best of luck to him. As for the racers, like you said, back to the drawing board. You gotta hit them back in the next race. So, best of luck to you guys, and we'll see what happens moving forward.